so quickly through. But again, the referee not allowing anything to develop. Perhaps it's a good tactic on a day such as this, because tempers could get frayed. Things are cold, wet. Keeps the front rows apart until the last moment. Griffiths responds to Lamerton's attack. A short run from Simon Davis. Williams, the number 8. This is good play. Netty forwards again, drive over. Lamerton looks for the drive. There must have been no, says the referee. Could have been offside play there. The tactics from Llanelli is to keep it as tight as possible, not to allow that ball to wander away.
Yes, keeping it very tight. The side of the rucks, both flankers driving close to the scrums and rucks, and then in the process as well, wasting valuable time.
Williams with a pickup. Good tackle by Earl, but Williams sets it back. And the referee decides too late though. His handling after hitting the ground, should have released it a bit sooner. So, Grant Fox decides that a 45-metre kick is well within his reach. And it's no surprise, bearing in mind the strength of the wind.
Nettie's quite strong in the scrum. Good ball. Julian Williams picks up, sells a dummy. Now watch very carefully. Good tackle by Earl. As he goes down there, I think he penalises Nettie forwards for going in over the top and handling.
There you see Mike Brewer, the man that, well, it's not often the best place to be. He will take his finger off just at the last moment to allow Fox to kick it goal. It's Fox then, the chance to put the All Blacks into the lead, but again, really much like his first attempt, no threat to the post. That's a restart on the 22.
And the wind was so strong there, as Mike Brewer took his finger off, the ball toppled over. Very difficult conditions for kicking.
So keep an eye on Nigel Davis. A little bit of enterprise will keep things away from the forwards. But Stu Collins-Stevens, again, it's pushed along the ground, good play. Llanelli very unlucky. Again, they varied that restart very well, very sensibly done. Not just quite coming off. Gary Jones away to the blind side as Ridge comes into the line. All Blacks. McDowell wins it, looks for the open side drive. But it's offside in midfield by Llanelli, says the referee. So what a chance for the All Blacks then. 21 minutes gone, and a chance for the All Blacks with a kick in front of the post.
And it's a pressure kick really for Grant Fox, because we must remember he hasn't played since the Cardiff game, and on that occasion he didn't kick particularly well that day, so he's under a little bit of pressure, Grant Fox.
And he's explaining to Mike Brewer that he mustn't allow that, take his finger off too soon. And I'm sure Brewer is saying, well, I'm afraid of my hand. But strict orders from Fox there. Keep your hand on the ball as long as possible and keep it in the right position. So it's straight in front of the post for Fox. That meticulous preparation of his. It never varies wherever the position of the kick. Final. Can Grant Fox kick the All Blacks into the lead? Yes, he can. That's 3 points to 0. So Grant Fox, the satisfaction of at last succeeding with a penalty kick. The All Blacks, having weathered the early storm, are 3 points ahead. So having kept things scoreless for 23 minutes, Llanelli yield 3 points then. And it's Nigel Davis taking over from Mike Brewer here, and he with a smile on his face as well. Jeff Bird will restart. And that has gone 10 metres, now it's blown back. May fails together, this is Stevens. Now then Michael Griffiths to Carwyn Davis, a little check inside. Well, the crowd not happy about the tackle, they feel it was rather high, and the touch judge is in as well. Yes, that's the explanation to Fitzpatrick, that was a high tackle. Michael Griffiths, the man who's kept Mark Douglas out of this Llanelli side. This is Phil Davis again. This giant of a man drives through. This is Gary Jones, tackled by McDowell and Andy Earl, but takes two men out if he can lay it back. Again, Michael Griffiths perhaps not allowed to get that ball away. Yet another Llanelli penalty. Phil Davis calls for it to be taken quickly. Lots of poise on here. Straight to Phil May though. Not much progress there as Delaney takes it on. But again, the referee blowing just that fraction too early for Llanelli satisfaction.
And New Zealand were quite prepared to concede the penalties then, knowing that Llanelli couldn't kick for goal. They were going offside, stopping any good ball coming back.
Llanelli three quarters really within inches of one another. This is Griffiths. Looks for the little gap again. Driven over by the Llanelli forwards. Now it's into midfield. Stevens to Simon Davis on the short charge again. Let's keep it short and sharp, says Llanelli. Again it's to Griffiths. This is Nigel Davis. This again is the straight route. This is good Llanelli pressure. Again it's on its way back. Finally delivered to Stevens. This is Julian Williams. Checks back inside. Gets the pass away to... But Stevens taken rather high, I would have thought. Again, the referee will need to have a quick word. No, says the referee. We have a scrum.
And the forwards have been outstanding with Llanelli Saffron. Phil Davis just blasted his way through the All Blacks. Just looked very carefully. Julian Williams, men on to straight away, so he flicks the ball to Stevens. Just looked very carefully, and there's where I think he was taken high, but I don't think it was deliberate.
So that is Phil May with 4 in his back, enjoying this contest. At last a chance to get a grip of the All Blacks on home territory, having suffered in New Zealand in '88. Jones has the touch, so is Williams. Deans takes responsibility. It's infield though. Lots of room as Bowling starts on a run. Good tackle by Little. Excellent tackle by the All Black centre. It's a good chance for the All Blacks, but Llanelli concede the penalty. Delaney driving through. This is Grant Fox then. Sole point scorer of the game so far, and that's an excellent kick for the All Blackouts at half. Jones gets it down. Griffiths goes on a little run. Llanelli have that pretty well under control. They've done remarkably well at the line-out, because they are conceding height, certainly. That's the captain, the All Black captain. 8 on his back. The referee asks his front rows just to stand their ground until the ball is ready to be placed in the scrum. As Deans explains that he needs someone to go blindside, Fox responds, knowing that Llanelli will try and run this. Kicking is too difficult. Stevens finally gets it away, but it's to no man's land really, taken on by Pearce. This gives the All Blacks a good platform should they win this. Side on the drive, Fitzpatrick joins in, so does Pearce, or just about on the fringes. Perhaps Deans is there. Now it's into midfield. Fox though, engulfed, stays on his feet, and that's the tremendous example the All Blacks set. Out at halves as well as everyone else can stay on his feet. Earl takes it on. Just a little bit of misunderstanding. Fox again. Now there's room for Little. Good tackling again, though, as Lamerton, the hooker, comes away. Stays on his feet. This is good Llanelli defence. Excellent defence. They try and roll it leftwards, finally to ground. And the All Blacks, says the referee, are going forward.
Tremendous pressure put on by New Zealand there with their back row involved. And you're quite right, you know, Grant Fox, a small fella, was tackled twice in those movements, and he was strong enough to stay on his feet. They teach the basics very well at that.
Little injury again. But really, that was heroic defence on Llanelli's behalf, because the All Blacks in that sort of situation, we've seen so often Phil Bennett during the tour, once they get into an attacking position, they tend to end up scoring a try.
Well, there's a bad cut in Julian Williams' face there, but you're quite right. At Neath on Wednesday, Neath dominated the game territorially. In the second half, the All Blacks came into the Neath half twice, and I think they scored 2 tries in it. But good defence by Llanelli, brave play.
Well, Julian Williams, with a cut just on the eyebrow. He won't want to leave the fray, certainly at this point in time. Llanelli having done so well, they're into a very stiff breeze, even a gale perhaps. And it's just, you can just see one of those flags has gone already. The other one is just struggling to maintain its position there.
And I'm sure the All Blacks will lose this narrow side with the number 8 Shelford putting up, trying to put Ridge in.
You see Buchanan just trying to turn that scrum again, just spoiling All Black possession. Definitely emphasis on the scrum, spoiling All Black possession.
But he's the danger man for New Zealand, Matthew Ridge. We've seen how quick he can be on the tour, and I'm sure they'll try to work an overlap for him.
The All Black scrum decides to go straight ahead. The referee wants them back to point 1. Shelford this time goes in between Brewer and Pearce. So he may well pick it. Yes, picks up. To Deans then, little space, Innes comes in on the slant. The All Blacks now drive on. Delaney's hand on it, but still retrieved by the All Blacks. Deans, no room there, still set up. Now then, can they charge over? Good driving. Just no, says the referee. A second motion. But again, so dangerous in those close situations. Fitzpatrick was the man that drove for the line, but a double motion meant that he was to be denied.
And you don't usually stop the All Blacks here, and he's a huge man, Fitzpatrick. Look, he comes tremendously strong. 4 Llanelli defenders. There's a good, tremendous view of it, and there's where the referee decided he went over in 2 movements. Penalty to Llanelli.
A penalty here for Llanelli isn't something they'll be altogether satisfied with, because there's no escape really. Phil Bennett, they're stuck there on their own try line, and kicking the ball won't help them a great deal.
Not really. I think Colin Stevens will be delighted to get it 10 or 15 metres and safely into touch.
So Stevens then, and has to drive that, and that's excellently done for the young outside half. Really had to put everything into that just to gain 15 metres. Gary Wetton, the man that captains the All Blacks in their Wednesday games. So it's been a pressure for the All Blacks the last 5 minutes or so, for the first time in the game really. They've got a foothold in Llanelli territory. Now, well, Little takes things on, Fox couldn't take. Again they retrieve it, this time it's Fox, a delicate little kick into space. But the ball, well, that's beautifully placed, isn't it, really? Made to measure, couldn't get closer to the corner flag than that, just leant back, pushed it delicately through. Tremendous position for the All Blacks. No wonder then that Andrew Lamerton goes along to his forwards and his scrum half just to make sure that he knows exactly where that ball has to be placed. It really needs to be taken short by Llanelli, the pack to come around and drive upfield. Well, Llanelli failed to win it, which means now they're in desperate straits. The All Blacks drive, blind side. The ball just skirts out. Well, the referee has awarded a try. The referee has awarded a try on that blind side. Total silence from Stradey Park. but it means that the All Blacks have opened up a gap of 7 points.
And it had to be a good throw in the line out. It's anybody's ball in these conditions. It's tapped back. Deans goes on the narrow side. It's very difficult to judge from here who actually scored, but the All Blacks are around him very quickly, inching their way towards the line. Look, they can see the ball in their hands. The referee, fair play, is perfectly positioned there. Somebody goes on that narrow side and plunges over.
So 7 points the difference then. Llanelli yet to score, and Fox with this chance to increase it to 9. Just watch the concentration. Pictures the kick. Well, the wind too much for Fox today. The All Blacks, having weathered the early storm, now ease their way in front. Llanelli won't be over disappointed if they hold on at this, or in this the first half, to just a 7 or even a 10-point deficit. They won't be too disappointed. It is the thought of the stiff breeze with them in the second half, but that won't help. Stevens just trying to change things, just to keep the ball under the wind, and that time unsuccessful. So Bruce Deans was the try scorer for the All Blacks on that blind side of that ruck situation. This is Fox then. It was his kick that set up that earlier position, and again it's a Fox kick that sets up this good position for the All Blacks. Really difficult conditions. Aims again. Llanelli win it, but Griffiths won't be happy with that. Knocked on by the All Blacks zone. The referee brings them out 15 metres.
This is a crucial time for Llanelli. 4 or 5 minutes to half-time, and another score would see that the All Blacks go in happy. I think Llanelli needed to defend well.
Williams steps off blindside just to cover that gap. This is the All Blacks drive it blindside through Brewer. Llanelli alert to that then as McDowell takes it on. Another good tackle from Williams. Well, handling the ball after the tackle again, but that was good Llanelli defence. They anticipated the All Blacks going blindside, plugged the gap and win a penalty. Stevens again would put a lot into that just to gain some 10 metres, even 5 metres. It's a hopeless task, said Stevens. Watch the touch-it flags, the flag just waving. He's having difficulty just to hold on to it. And the spectators in the background braving the elements. They were here an hour and a half before kick-off. It's a banana throw from Fitzpatrick. The referee asking Phil Davis whether he wants a line-out or a scrum. Easier just to point to a scrum, I think. Again, Stevens blindside. This time hoisted high over that temporary stand, which the police decided shouldn't be open today. So just 2 minutes remaining of this, the first half, and Llanelli just 7 points adrift. The prospect of the gale force wind at their backs in the second half. The All Blacks, McDowell again takes on Delaney. Good drive again by the All Blacks. This is more like what we normally associate with them. Driving, rucking. This is it. The giant low drives it on. Deans again, it's another prop that drives it on. This time McDowell. Really, it sucks the defence. It takes the strength as well. Again, they set it back. Is there a forward standing off? Yes, McDowell is there. Again, keeps it tight. Pierce there to support him. Who's the next forward to take it? This is Dean, this is Fox. A gap for Fox, can he get there? What a tackle by Phil May. Tremendous covering from the Llanelli lock forward. The referee decides that he killed it though. The All Blacks will take this quickly through. Shelford drives in. What a good tackle, right underneath there. Tremendous tackle. Llanelli put his life on the line there, right underneath Shelford. There was no way the All Black captain was going to score. The last minute of the first half then, as Deans faces again the All Black scrum, drives on, that has no, says the referee. Well, calls them back 5 metres.
For a country that supposedly don't practice a lot in their scrums, they're not in Dubai this afternoon.
They've hardly touched on scrummaging in their whole tour practice sessions. It's been working on what to do with possession after it's been won. And yet, when it comes to the crunch, it's 5 seconds of concentration, says Shelford, the scrum. Llanelli front row, Delaney, Lamerton and Buchanan. They have to take the strain on this occasion. All Blacks still driving, the referee not satisfied. Actually really doing well in this situation.
Yeah, so difficult to defend. Yeah, the back row, and you don't know whether to break up because of Deans and Shelford picking up, or to stay down and stop them pushing over.
This is Shelford. Ball there on a plate for Deans when he chooses to pick up. Goes blindside, but 3 Llanelli defenders there ready. Llanelli have pinched that ball as well as Jones is ready to pick up. Finally to Nigel Davis, and what a relieving kick, greeted by a tremendous roar.
Magnificent tackling by the whole Llanelli team. The backs first of all stopped Deans and Shelford, and again Phil May and co stopping the other charge.
Shelford again going down the front. Really, it's not worth throwing it any further than Gary Wetton. Anything that's thrown long will go crooked. It's Pearce that gets it. Williams, though, comes through. And Griffiths, scrum half Griffiths is in there wrestling it as well. So is Phil Davis, the captain. Drives it on. It's laid back again. And Stevens delivered of the ball. Kick upfield. It's a difficult one for Reg. Ewan Jones was there. Can Llanelli take advantage? The referee just waiting a second for advantage. Awards Llanelli a penalty.
And these last 5 minutes could be the difference between winning and losing the game. Llanelli could quite easily have conceded a couple of tries, but they defended outstandingly well, and this could win them the match.
Phil Davis just encouraging his fellow players there. As Stevens gets it over the touchline, up onto that temporary stand again. And that stand was to hold 3,000 people, by the way, just outside the periphery of Stradey Park. That's on the cricket ground, so close cooperation between the two there. And a shame really that conditions were such that the stand had to be closed. McDowell this time, but hacked through by Lamerton. Right, the pressure, huge kick downfield. Well, we'll have to wait. The referee and the touchers look at one another, and finally the referee decides that it was over. Touch and go.
And number 30, Nigel Davis there, he's saying cool it down, take your time. Look, he's an experienced man, he's been around a long time, knows that they've got the wind in the second half. He wants to kill the time.
As Colin Stevens takes that quickly, and perhaps the referee there, that kick.
12.7 is a bonus, but having said that, we've seen Neatham Swansea in the same situation.
Let's go back to Stradey Park.
As Jeff Bird restarts, what a prospect this second half makes here at Stradey Park. The conditions forgotten by the crowd here, because they sense that with the position as it is at 7 points to nothing to the touring All Blacks, there's a chance here for a repeat of 1972. And this is interesting. Fox comes right across to his forwards and restart just 15 metres away from the touchline. This will be interesting. straight upfield will be the tactic. Didn't cross the 22. He wanted restarted again. But these are interesting tactics from Fox. He'll kick it straight upfield and forwards will chase it. Again blown back and Brewer tries to get hold of it. Knocked on, says the referee. His position on top of that pole. This is Fox then. It is making a mess of things, but Innes has recovered there very well indeed for the All Blacks. But quickly in is the referee again, not allowing rucks and balls to develop.
And you know, the players, you've got to give them full credit, because the ball is also like a bar of soap out there. It's so difficult, and they're all giving 100%. It's a great occasion.
Shelford next to take this himself. He's to Ridge, the full-back, and he this time takes the pressure, but Llanelli's tactics were to keep the ball to hand, drive upfield. Llanelli vary this then. It's a two-man line with May against Pearce, Wetton and Davis. May takes it on, laid back from Lamberton. Colin Stevens really didn't know quite what to do with that.
Phil May took that ball very cleanly and well in the front of the line, and I know that he's been looking forward to this game, because as you said earlier on, he was out in New Zealand when they were humbled by the All Blacks, so it's his first chance in his own patch to get his own back.
Described his back as a map of Japan after one game, having spent so much time on at the mercy of the New Zealand feet. Shelford and Deans in combination then. This is Bird, checks inside. Can't escape the grasp of Shelford though. Set up by the All Blacks. That ball is there perfectly for Deans again. Standing off is Fitzpatrick, but can't get over the gain line. But Llanelli in an offside position. Forwards will take it on. First McDowell. Now it's popped on to the next man, Fitzpatrick. This is Fox then. Little kick into space, but Bowling has one look, and then it's an interesting kick, knocked down by Ridge, backwards though. Starts in a little run, will be straight into touch. It's difficult days for the All Blacks.
Yes, I was amazed really when McDowell set up that ruck, that they moved the ball really. Usually the All Blacks drive on, keeping it tight, and we saw this very difficult to handle the ball.
That's the old warrior, Phil May. He'll say not so old perhaps. It's Murray Pearce. So just like Julian Williams in the first half, some blood being spilt for the cause.
And there's where Matthew Ridge, no option really, can't kick, so he goes for the touchline, the safety of the touchline, and Nigel Davis, tremendous tackle, puts him into touch.
Murray Pearce is fit and well. Good jump against Phil Davis. Llanelli's possession as May, but that's again a banana throw. The referee, well, it's hardly worth holding a line out. It may well be worth the referee pointing to a scrum straight away. The referee wants them kept apart again until Deans is ready to place the ball in the scrum. Deans explaining to the referee that Lawrence Delaney is holding his elbow too low down to the ground, preventing the ball coming into the scrum.
Problem for Mr. McCartney, there's also a fair old battle going on the loose there. He's telling Buchanan, cut it out.
Definitely try and turn that scrum. This is Little on the short burst. Loses possession though. Referee just waiting. Well, allowed play to go on. This is Fitzpatrick again. Good tackle, driven back in the tackle. Still maintains possession as Williams tackles low. All Blacks not making a great deal of headway. Good tackling by Bowling, tremendous anticipation by the Llanelli right winger. And the All Blacks really up against it as May flicks it up, but knocked down by Weckman.
And that was good to see. Not only was Llanelli tackling the All Blacks, but they were knocking them back a few yards back over the gain line. Tremendous tackling. Look, the All Blacks in trouble. First Bowling's in, and watch the forwards coming in. Here they come. Gary Jones, bang, and in he goes.
Crooked feed in the scrum though. Llanelli has advantage gone. Really having settled in New Zealand territory, that is a shame as far as they're concerned. And that kick is a loose one from Fox into midfield. Stevens has a look before finally hosting a huge kick downfield. It sends Ridge, and that races away from Ridge. Gives him no chance at all. Well, out of nothing, Stevens retrieves and drives the All Blacks back.
And what a boost for the Llanelli forwards. Fully 80 and 90 metres gained there. I was really surprised that Grant Fox didn't go for a 5 or 10 metre one and just put it safe.
Not the usual discipline then amongst the All Blacks. They're normally in these situations so disciplined, they pull things together, keep the forward drive going. He's coming right across. There'll be this kick straight ahead and to hold in the wind for his forwards. Just a touch too, well, that's gone back. Look, taken on by Shelford. Tremendous run by the All Black captain. Now he needs the support there. McDowell to Deans, good hands. Fox though in trouble, but it's offside, says the referee. The All Blacks will keep the whole thing rolling. This is Earl. Straight on he goes. Again Deans waiting there, taken on by Lowe. In quickly is Brewer. Moving blind side is Fox. Space for the outside half, little kick. Tremendous fighting tackle from Bird. Soccer style, slides in both feet.
Well, Grant Fox made amends for that bad kick to touch earlier with a brilliant dropout, which Shelford took advantage of.
Shelford again ruling the roost there, making sure that everyone knows what's happening. McDowell again wins it. This is good All Black tactic. Brewer looks for the gap, stays on his feet. Again driven on. Not allowing the Llanelli forwards a chance to get amongst them. Ball always kept away from them. Again it's laid back. Control absolute there. Standing off is McDowell. But some interfering, I would have thought. No, says the referee. It'll be a scrum, accidental offside. At the line out, the All Blacks throwing to McDowell at one. It doesn't allow the ball a chance to be blown out of the straight line. As Griffiths takes on the responsibilities, that's into midfield up. Stanley takes it, starts on a little run. Strong man, this All Black centre. Forwards will roll it. No one standing off on this occasion. It's Brewer and Shelford though between them to drive it open side. Lowe then sets up the driving ball. In there's Wetton. Drive it left, to drive it right, and Llanelli there penalised for collapsing the ball, and that's the difficulty in this situation. Once the ball is developed, you can't collapse it as you can collapse the scrum. Exactly the same rules as Shelford takes it on, pops it up to Murray Pearce. Good charge from the lock forward. This is Deans. Now the All Blacks building up some momentum. This is McDowell. Straight in again. Deans pointing to his supporters just to come in closer. Seen a lot of that man today, Steve McDowell. Enjoys the short thrusts around the fringes of rucks and mauls. Grant Fox explains to Matthew Ridge to get right back as far as he can, because the wind will take the ball away. Terry Wright also going back. That's the strength of the wind, look. A 30-metre gap between Wright and Ridge and the rest of the three quarters. All Black possession. Scrum being driven back. So now there's free play. Iwan Jones takes it on. It's well done by Llanelli. Bowing, standing in the action half position. He was poised to drive it downfield, but the penalty awarded. And Stevens, no doubt about his tactics, shoots downfield. Wright has to run it. Good pass to Brewer, good support from the flanker, taken by the other.